Alright guys, so today we're just going to focus on startup. I have it pretty dialed in, my settings. This is a Megasquirt unit, it's right down there. I bought it pre-assembled. One thing to mention is that I have an ignition switch that turns on my gauges over here, so my air to fuel and my oil pressure gauge. So it's a little bit easier to tune because I can see the AFR as soon as it starts, and then it lets me make adjustments over here. It's easier but harder at the same time because I run a manual idle adjustment on this car. It's a PT Cruiser. I run a manual idle adjustment, so it's a little bit harder to tune because you can only be plus or minus 5% usually. That's just what the general is. So we're going to actually try and start this up real fast. I got it pretty much dialed in, so I don't have to press the throttle. Maybe I do. We see what the AFR runs like. So fuel pump is on. So we're a little bit rich, 14. Actually, that was pretty good. So we're around 15, and we should be done with after start enrichment. We might have to add a little bit more in there. Let's bump these up to 5. So we get a little bit more fuel in. I did take some fuel out of cranking pulse. I might take a little bit more, but that's not too bad. And we're gonna bump this just up to 150 because it's still kind of surging. Okay, so we're 16 now. I might need more. Let's bump this up to 160. And I usually end up scaling everything too. So let's go 160. See, it's starting to idle out. We're about 15 now. We're at 14, low 14s now, up 16. Back down. See, we're moving it throughout the scales. I don't mind it running a little bit lean on startup. That's fine. So we're pretty much good everywhere, I would say. That's not bad. Crank and pulse might still be a little rich. I did take some out of that, which is over here. I had in order crank and pulse, after start enrichment, and then warm up enrichment. It all happens in that order. After start and warm up kind of are the same, but I like to tune after start first because that's the first one to die out, and then warm up enrichment takes over. Not that I'm a tuning pro or anything. I learned it overnight. So, and then the tamper I don't really mess with. I took that from somebody else. I do run 1100 all the way warmed up. So, I mean, I go through this car one day. I'm going to actually have a new engine built for it. I decided to use my old engine to just get rebuilt. Because it's really not worth it to have a fully 1500 horsepower built for me yet. This is actually all tuned by me also. Lots of reading. Needs more warm-up enrichment. Let's burn it. There we go. That's a lot better. I do run this right on the 14.7 mark at idle. Let's get this so it can tune. I did pay for it. I do recommend that. It does help out a lot. There's this one issue that I'm still running into. I got a data log and whatnot to figure it out. We have a full manual valve body in here. Turn on the fan. Okay. So I'm just going to put it in second gear and take it around the block. Don't worry, that's my alternator belt that you hear. $2,500 stall. So it's a little bit tight on the converter. About 11 to 1 there, but once again we're not fully warmed up. That won't start making changes until we hit 150. So running 11 to 1 there. bad driving car. I do have a GoPro, but I didn't feel like setting it up, so. A little bit lean there. I probably should be in second gear too, because when you run the converter like this, you get a lot of heat. Like, I'm gonna downshift the second up here. Second gear's not too bad, but I realized third gear doing that really builds up a lot of heat because it's on the converter way too long. Just let it engine brake. I don't have overrun fuel cut on. Little hump here, Jesus. So it will backfire a little bit. I do have to fix the transmission mount. I gotta weld something to the side frame. Side rail, whatever you want to call it. It's unibody. I just have it on the last switch over there. Well, second to last, because my last one's my kill switch. So we can go ahead and unlock it, because we're coming to a stop. You gotta be careful with that too, because that actually won't stall my car. It actually will just grind my clutch, literally. So it's a little bit different than manual with the torque converter lockup. And we're just going to shift in a second as soon as we come to a complete stop. It's a manual valve body. Don't want to ruin any of my clutches. So we got this slow person in front of us. Little test drive.